the art of detachment. And why is it that it is very powerful? Obviously, you guys have all heard of Eckhart Tolle, about his philosophy on living in now. And once you do that, there's no need to worry about anything. Depression becomes instinct in your life. And this is a philosophy originally came from J. Krishnamurti and David Bohm. These guys discussed this same scenario back in the 50s and 60s and 70s about living in living in now and the power of now. The reason why this is so important is this. Why are we depressed as people? The biggest and the most basic foundation of depression is that when you do not get something that you wanted. Okay? So when you don't get what you want, your mind says, oh, I am sad, I'm depressed. Whether it's you not achieving your promotion, getting that house, that car, not getting the girl of your dreams, not getting the guy of your dreams, your boyfriend and girlfriend leaving you, or your husband and wife leaving you. And that's what happens, is that we attach ourselves to something so much that they control everything that happens within us and outside of us. Because remember, things that we observe, okay, things that are out, that we see, are the ones that are affecting us. Why? It's like when you go in a train and you see all these farms and all these houses coming and passing by. You are being affected by it. They are not. They're just standing there. That's how a person needs to be. It just needs to observe things for what it is. Because when you attach yourself something to the thing that you are with, whether it's a material thing or an emotional thing with your significant other, what happens is that when they leave, you can't function. And that's one thing you need to realize, is the power of detachment, that no matter what, okay, that's the power of detachment, the meaning. No matter what, I know that one day you will leave. No matter, like my dog here, Golden Retriever, I love this guy to death. I will die if in order to save his life. But I know that one day he will leave. I know one day he will naturally go away. And for me to know that fact about universe, that nothing lasts, it gives me a sense of relief. That none of us, whoever is watching this video right now, is not going to be here either. So why attach yourself something so much that when they leave, you can't function? Like how Robert De Niro said in Heat, never attach yourself to something so much that you cannot walk out on them in 30 seconds flat if you feel the heat around the corner. That is a little too extreme, but again, it's the same philosophy. You should be living in now. Even when they leave, once they are gone, do not think about that moment, because now you're in your room alone. And yes, your significant other left because they didn't want to be with you. You should be like, okay, I am here and this is what I'm doing. And that's it. So once you're in now, the past and the future is no longer there. And this power of now is also related to the law of attraction. And law of attraction is also related to astrology. Because look, through Vedic astrology, you can figure out if a person is depressed, if the person suffers ups and downs in their life. It's very easy to figure that out. Okay? But in law of attraction, they say that the way you think, you attract those things. Okay? Now that is a given. That is a given. That once you think about something, you are going to attract the same thing back. But when law of attraction says that when you want something, when you want this thing, you get it. And then most people don't. Okay, most people, like in Secret, there's the interview of the guy sitting in a couch and he's just imagining that he's driving this Mercedes Benz and he's changing the gear and all that. And within a month, he has his Mercedes Benz. And why is it that most people don't? And then they go into depression. And if you understood astrology, if you understood the timing of events, you would not be feeling the exact same way as you did before knowing this art. Because in astrology, there's something called dasha and timing. Okay, so each planet, at each point of your life, you're being ruled by a certain planet. So let's say you wanted a car that you couldn't get. Now, for this, you have to look at your fourth house in astrology. Fourth house, in your particular horoscope, whoever sign is rising in the fourth house, whatever planet is sitting in the fourth house, the lord of that house where it's placed will determine if you will get that car of your dreams or not. It's that simple. Okay, so before you get depressed, you should realize that, okay, so let's say if you have a Venus in the fourth house, or fourth house ruler is Venus, sign of Libra, and Venus is very well placed, okay, and you are going to the planetary time period, aka dasha, of that planet, Venus, in your life, and at the same time Venus is transiting into the 11th house or the 4th house. Guess what will happen? You will get the car of your dreams. You will get that Mercedes Benz, okay? But let's say if your Venus is damaged, a little bit damaged, not too much, and the same planetary period time comes in your life of Venus, which is 19 years, okay? It's supposed to be one of the best times in people's lives. So when that time comes and your Venus is just okay placed, instead of a Mercedes, you'll get a Toyota. But when the transit is happening and when the planetary period is happening at the same time, that's when things happen. So the person who got their things in the movie Secret were going through their planetary dasha of achieving the things that they wanted. So if you were to get your car in 2 years, you can imagine whatever you want, that you're going to end up being depressed if you do not know, okay, this is the time period that I will get the car. And this is also, and this concept is interlaced with power of now. That once you are living in now, once you are just thinking, this is who I am, this is what I'm doing, I'm writing, okay? It does not matter. Your desires don't matter anymore. So astrology or not, once you live in that now, nothing matters. No, there's nothing that can, like for me, I can never be depressed. I haven't been depressed since I have figured out the art of detachment. Now you'll be saying that, hey, what if I get sued? What if somebody sues me? Okay, I'm going to be worried about it till I get to the court. No, you don't have to. You read the paper that the cop delivered you. You read it. Okay, I'm supposed to be here at the court date, blah, blah, blah. Fold it, keep it away, and just take action towards it. Whether you have to get a public defender or an attorney, get the action going towards it. That's it. Don't worry about the result. Because once you live in now and you do not worry about the past or future or your materialistic gains that you own, that you really don't own, you won't care whether you lose or win. And that power, the universe will sink in with your vibration, and next thing you know, you're just winning that case because you weren't worried about it. You weren't listening to it 24/7. You're just in now. So knowing this concept of power of now, mixed in with the science of Vedic astrology, makes things a lot more sensible for a common man. It will make a lot more sense, and no longer that depression will be instantly gone. Once you realize the fact that I just told you, once you live through it, because go back to this video, listen to what I said about depression. It's just something when you can't have. That's what depression is. Now, if you don't have the desire anymore to have that thing, whether it stays or goes, your mind is balanced. Okay? So, as far as, I hope this video has helped in understanding what depression is and how you can overcome it. But, I want you to check out the website below of my astrology website, and hopefully that will also make more sense as to why planets are related to depression. Why? Because there are certain planets like Saturn and Moon. Like when Saturn is aspecting the Moon, Moon represents the mind, and Saturn is restriction. So when the mind wants something, Saturn is restricting it. So Saturn is causing the depression while looking at the Moon. So these are the things, when you understand this scientific analysis, you will see that, okay, this is what's happening. And once you realize it, it will start to disappear. It will start to dissipate into the river of this universe. So again, it's KRSnovels.com, and thank you for subscribing.